What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. Free to play. Last Standard. Let's get into it here today. We're starting off with something that maybe a portion of you, at least, may have never seen before and don't see very often at all. Now, I was just running through. We're on the tail end. I only have just a little bit of time here left for Port Lab. We have our daily resets coming up here. We'll swap over into some new events. I wanted to run in. I kind of waited a little long for Port Lab, and I said, you know what? Let's knock it out. And I had a pretty good stockpile of equalizers, neutralizers, whatever else. Neutralizers, equalizers, protectors. We had some pretty good weapons, and I figured, you know what? Let's go and give hard mode a run as well. We cleared through basically 3 sectors of the easy or the regular mode. Decided to jump in to some hard mode as well. As I was clearing through, I did not intend actually to record any of this, but as I was clearing through, I ran into a boss, sub-boss, mini-boss, I guess, which also should have gone into our recent tier list, and I forgot a few. I'm human. I make mistakes. My bad. But I forgot about this boss, mini-boss. I'll call it a mini-boss because I think that's genuinely what it is. And you see these a couple of times. I believe that they occur the first time that you go to clear through on hard mode. You make it to Bravo sector, the first one, you'll encounter this boss. But interestingly enough, I encountered him again here at the end of the Bravo 2 hard mode sector. So it is the big boy, the corrupted CEO. And now, why I think this is a boss is because I have the agility perk on. We got a really good roll for the perks. And if you are not familiar or super familiar with hard mode, you can get some perks, or you get perks if you're not familiar with the lab at all. You get perks that you can apply at the start of each sector. And one of them is agility, and it makes it so that zombies have a hard time hitting you, or rather they can miss you, which is one of the best. It's one of the best, especially here on free-to-play. It helps to essentially keep your armor safer. It helps to make it so that you don't absorb a ton of damage. And a lot of the nuisance of the Port Lab is kind of removed from the fact that zombies have a really hard time hitting you. Now, what you're going to notice here is that this guy hits me every time, which is very, very unusual for having that perk. So I'm going to put him into the mini boss category. Not super hard, but does have a lot of health. I want to say about 900. If I'm speaking correctly, he's here at about 200 or so. I want to say it was either 1,000 or 900 health. We should get some pretty decent drops from taking this guy out as well. So let's finish him off. And I was really surprised to see him here. I have cleared this before, all the way through, beat it. 400 season points is pretty good. We'll get some spare. Look at these extra little random. I don't know. It's kind of like, what are these drops? They're interesting. It's interesting. I'm happy to get some, Port Lab reputation items. Obviously, a key card. Kind of cool that we get a Colt Python. Random that he's got a turkey and a whiskey and a gas mask on him, but I guess maybe he was, I don't know, maybe he was checking things out down here. Whatever the case. I just want to share that. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's not a boss that I feel like you see a ton. And like I said, I think it comes up at certain clearance levels. Like, I have done this a ton, but honestly, on my main account, I don't remember seeing this guy more than once or twice. And you will see him again, I think the first time you go to clear hard mode, the first sector of Bravo. But again, I've been through here already. I've beaten it fully. So I was kind of surprised to see him pop up again. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's a certain number of clearances or something like that. That's my inclination, at least. But that's where we're at. So we're going to go ahead. Let's finish off the boss. We do have Forlorn Fair up and rocking and rolling right now, which I want to jump over there and share. What I also thought was interesting, and is it's not a gripe, it's not a complaint. It would be, I put it in the it would be nice to see category, would be that down here, I went through and I actually just picked up a bunch of stuff from the alpha clearance zones. And I didn't pick up any dolls. And just so we're clear, Forlorn Fair is up and running. Very excited about that. As of the recording of this, I'm going to share my progress here, and we're closing in, which I'm super excited about. But I was surprised. I shouldn't say surprised. I knew that you didn't get dolls on this mode. That would be really nice if you could. I think one of my favorite things to go do if you're at Stage 3 of Forlorn Fair is go and clear locations. The Bunker Alpha is great for this. It's really, really good for this because you get the opportunity to jump in there and you clear zombies, you'll get your coupons, and in addition to that, if you're at Stage 3, you can pick up some of the dolls, which is really nice for fair progression. One of the big things that can help. So I was a little, I'll say, I'm a little disappointed, I guess, that you can't get them as part of this. I think that's a miss. I think if we could see a revision to that, although many folks have some pretty good fair progress, but that would be a nice thing to help, I think. All right, I definitely don't want to get caught here. I really don't want to waste any resources. I don't have to here. We're going to just stay well, good, and healthy is the goal. Now, the nice part here, the equalizer, the extra little bonus we get for damage. Go, that was a timely heal. Not get trapped there. I am really doing my best to not burn these weapons. We'll find an opportunity to swap off of this here shortly. Like right now. Bing, bing. Should be good. I almost ran into the pylons. Anytime you get stunned because of this right here, and I'm dead. So frustrating. All right, should have this here in the bag. That triple back-to-back stun. Certainly caught us off guard, and we got a little friend here still joining us. Little glitch action from dying that first time. We did run through and grab a lot of the things that we need. I'm just going to use the turkey here, and we'll wrap it up. So, very interesting. Corporate CEO. Pretty cool that we saw him again. Let's jump up. I've cleared through all the rest of the sectors. I just want to showcase really quick and talk about this. We had a pretty good roll, I would say, for the perks that we picked up. We got to use actually one of our new perks, which is Plague. Anytime you see a, well, that's not necessarily true. Some perks are listed as rare, and you can pick them up. And I think this is one of the upgraded ones that we picked up. Zombies can't heal anymore. Actually, I don't know that that's true. I don't think so, actually. I could be mistaken on that. But we had a pretty good run of perks here. You'll see. In addition to not getting a ton of things that was super bad, first sector enemies' armor had increased. That was balanced out pretty nicely by the fact that we have the Port Lab event going on. We have Sector A2 here, which is enemies restore health. You typically hate this one, but Plague was super, super helpful for us, so we'll talk about that here in a second. Sector B1, enemies damage increases by 0.5%. This one can also be pretty tough. The fact that we had picked up agility early in the second sector was really, really nice. And then Sector B2, enemies notice you in stealth mode. Doesn't matter here for the hard mode because you're not meleeing anything. So we ended up picking up Plague, which zombies can't heal anymore. Doesn't work on bosses. This one was huge for us, kind of considering what we had coming up. Agility, I talked about this. Enemies' attacks can miss you. I genuinely believe this is one of the best perks in the entire Port Lab sector, just because, again, you can really eliminate a lot of the damage, and that can be really, really nice. We also picked up Heat Wave, which turns off cooling system in the sector. It actually impacts the rest of the sectors going beyond it. So for us to pick that in Bravo 1 was really nice because all of the cooling things went away. And then Unbreakable was just the best of the last three that we picked up. Really didn't get anything impactful. This, you can't lose more than 25% of your maximum health. Obviously, it doesn't work on bosses, as it says, which would be a neat upgrade here in the future. If we ever see like a this thing where we get it, the I can't remember the name of it. The bioreactor. If we ever get a chance to get the bioreactor to level 4, I would honestly like to see some of those perks be able to go and remove the doesn't work on bosses thing. Now, obviously, some would be super broken, like agility. The boss just couldn't hit you. It'd be kind of dumb, but it'd be kind of neat and interesting to take this perk right here, Unbreakable, and have it work on bosses. Although that would then make the Alpha 2 carry-in really, really easy. But that would be pretty nice. That'd be pretty nice. It'd be pretty interesting. So we end up clearing it out here, which is awesome. Obviously, making good use of the seasonal event. The other nice part, I'm not going to touch too much on this because the season pass that's going to be a separate video. We're going to talk about this again. But we do make some good season progress from this. I will say that. So that's really nice here. Right at the start of the season, I get asked that question a lot. Maybe it's going to be less now, but how do you work on getting through the season, especially as a free-to-play player? One of the big things to do is just come clear these bigger locations with the bosses. You get a lot of season points for those. Even just doing this on the normal mode, running through if you want to wall trick a bunch of it, or if you have weapons saved up, can go do that. Alpha and Bravo are also really, really good for that. Transport Hub, same thing. All that stuff is really nice to do. So we did our trade, and we're looking good. Let me go grab all of the items that we picked up for Port Lab rep here, and hopefully we can get some levels. I'd actually be pretty excited about that. All right, we need this. Actually, I want to put all this away. Let's just grab what we need. We picked up quite a bit. Only one hard drive, which is kind of stinks a little bit, but we did get 23 data disks and 40 of the employee badge. So this should be, realistically, a pretty good run here. We could also turn in some cards. Maybe I do that. I could do both an Alpha and both the Bravo sector ones. Do I need to? I might just wait on those. Some really good armors that we could pick up out of there, and some other really good gear. But I think I'm okay on that at the moment. Put this down. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see where we're at currently. So we just hit level 11, so we're making pretty decent progress. What am I hoping for? A random threat blocker getting removed would be really nice. Now that we have bioreactor level 3, removing some of the painful threats would be really good, especially the healing one is one of my least favorite, I will say, to have to deal with. There's a few others. The one that revives the zombies and gives them some health back, I like getting that out of there as well. So let's see what we got. So right at the start, 5% of level 11. Let's see. Okay, we got at least a full level from that. And let's see what one we got. Bloodlust. I don't think that's it. And make another decent chunk up to about what? 150%, 147%, something like that we pick up for this. This is a random perk. Takes one of your random perks, increases its rarity, and makes it better. So that would be really, really good to see as well. Lots of asked previously before whenever I've done these videos, how long did it take to get to level 50? A long time. As you notice here, we turned in a pretty good amount of items, and we got about a level and a half. That was a pretty good chunk of items. Now, there's some things that you can do, especially if you're willing to spend coins. There's some things that you can do to help get you some extra items, especially in hard mode. Getting the pass perk is really nice. That can really boost up what you pick up here. But Bloodlust says enemies' damage increases by 0.5% for every missing percent of their health. This is actually a pretty good one to get rid of. That's not bad. That is not bad. I need to see. I don't really think I have even every slot full. So when I come back around, this would be a good one to throw in here. Because not having this would be really nice. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that when you remove these things, it means that there are going to be other perks that show up more consistently. So I would have to be careful with this one. I actually did not realize, but I have Nemesis. This one is very, very frustrating, or can be, especially in hard mode, because you'll kill something and it'll come back 10% more health. Then you're shooting it again. It can be pretty annoying here. This one being gone is awesome. These two in combination would be good, but then I would have to keep in mind I'm probably seeing the vampire, whatever it was called, where they gain health for hitting you. Likely seeing that a little bit more often, which is something I don't want to do. So you can change these every time the lab resets. So that's where we're at. Pretty good little haul. Happy with that. Happy to get this knocked out, and used up a good portion of my Genesis weapons, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, just kind of the way that it is. So we're going to bring a couple of these back with us, I think, because I do need a few. I'll bring these back. I'll bring one more pistol back with me as well. This is good for a couple of weapons. I actually did a nice job of getting quite a few Bravo sector tickets here, or cards, excuse me. And that's looking pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to head over to the fair. And yeah, let's get some progress there. And I have a raid as well to share with all you lovely folks. So we'll do those things here in a sec. All right, we're here. Forlorn Fair is back yet again, and we are closing in. I'm actually really excited. We did all of our daily tasks here for today. We got a whole bunch of food crafted up, just trying to make some. I need to go do some swamp runs, get a little bit of popcorn, but I feel very confident in the next 10 days that we have to do the event, or maybe a little bit less by the time you see this video. We'll get our last couple of levels here. So I'm going to drop in a couple of dolls that we've been picking up. Making really good progress. We started about level, maybe halfway through level 27 or so, and we're just trying to get to this. Trying to grab the fuel tank. Is it the most necessary storage? No, it is not. We did hear and understand that in the next future update here, one that should be coming relatively soon, I would think, or hopefully so, but based on the roadmap, that this will get increased storage, which I think will make this a lot more helpful. It's pretty neat. It's probably one of the neater looking storages that we have in the game. In terms of what space it saves you is kind of where it's maybe less helpful, but a lot of the storages are getting expanded and going to be updated. Plus we're getting additional special types of storages here. So I'm really excited about that. And this is one that's going to get a slight update, which I do think it needs. So I am trying to grind this out and finish it up. Forlorn Fair is here. Go out there. I'm going to say this. One of the best events. It doesn't come around every season. It's been about every other season or so. And it is pretty well hands down one of the best received events we have in the game by far, with, I cannot argue, with some of the best end level rewards when you really think about it. You got stage 1, having your junk repository, your ATV transmission. Stage 2, electronics crate, another ATV, a blueprint for a drone, and a corgi puppy, which is pretty cool. You get some puppies here, get a Dragonov, flight controller if you need for your drone upgrades, an inspector card, and then of course the fuel tank, in addition to all of the great prize stand rewards that you can grab. So really excited for that. We're going to close in. We'll give a quick update or do another update video when we have knocked that out, or maybe closer to the event being over. I'm going to run over here. I do have what is going to turn out to be a pretty solid raid. We did lose our raid streak, unfortunately. I wasn't able to play for a day or two, so had that kind of lose it on me. However, I am going to be able to queue up this revenge raid, and then I'm very close to finishing our next raid, so hopefully we can get that cycle up and running again. I am low on C4 though, so guaranteed C4 here out of this crate. I'm just hoping that I don't get an infected crate, because that would be my luck. We can also make sure to be checking for the dolls that can pop up. And again, we're going to definitely do some swamp farming as well to lock this in. All right, let's grab this. I have a whole bunch of stuff I really probably don't need or want. I'll just use up some pistol shots here. Let's just clear this out. Might as well. We'll dump a lot of the trash. We'll keep all the treasure. We're looking good here. This is arguably the best way to grab C4, guaranteed. You're always going to find the 2 here. That is really nice. You can get some good weapons. A little weak on the weapons this go around, but a better armor, which is good. All right, let's see. What do I not want? I don't really care about much of this. Let's specifically those things. I have like a bajillion wrenches, but you know what? I can just eat these. That seems fine. Yeah, that's good. That is good. All right, we'll run back, queue up. This is a pretty good raid. I'm excited for it. All right, we're here. Player 6456 on the Revenge raid. This should be a pretty decent one. I'm actually looking forward to this. So I'm going to try to get my C4 right in here. Now there's kind of two sections of the base, and this front section we'll bust into, but it's a single room, which makes it really nice. It's one of those kind of easier single C4 bases. This one probably won't blow your socks off, but is solid. It is solid. It's got a good mix of materials, supplies, lots of different stuff that you want to take out of a raid. I don't know that we'll need to go and suicide trick this, but it is something we'll consider. Lots of good food right off the rip here. These three right here we don't want to open. They are empty. So we're going to do our 3 chop trick on these right here. And then there's a section of, what, 3 or 4? 3 in the back. And these are the, 6 or 7 that we want to break. I do believe the ones in the front are a little bit better, but we will go ahead and crack all of these. Here we go. All right, some good basic materials. Like, we'll take that, this, and definitely now the furs. Thank you, Northern Zone, for making those important. I do like all of this. We'll take care of some zombies. We'll be right back. Okay, I actually decided I am going to suicide trick, mostly just because I didn't realize my armor was so low. So let me grab a couple of just full stacks of stuff here, and we'll say make this worth it. We'll get popped here. We'll revive, and we'll just take that back. That frees up some space. That's fine. Again, the front crates were definitely worth it. I did think I had a little bit better durability of armor on, but I was mistaken. So we can grab this. Not a bad little food haul there, which is good. We do get our timer up and going. And we'll just see if I can drop this stuff here quickly. I don't know if I have the space. I don't have this space. I want a fridge really bad. Fridge would be so helpful. Get those put down. Get this put over here. Try to go quick. Okay, perfect. So that is down and done and dusted. Let's head back. Pop this guy. Got a fresh armor. I didn't realize my SWAT armor was so low. I got like a couple of shots into that other mob. I then ran out of armor, which was not good. So we got 2 waves down here. We got a chopper run full already, and we should be able to pick up the rest of what will end up all being goodies here. Oh, that's funny. He actually got hit by that. All right, a couple of punches. We'll get this back, grab all this. That might not have been the most efficient things to take, but hey, we did it quickly. We got some extra loot. That's all that matters. All right, let's head back over here. Take a look. I might grab these. Probably nothing there. I think a lot of this is back of this is just materials, but we do get some of that. That's pretty good. And then we get into the goodies here. This is a solid one. We want pretty much everything from that. This is another good one. Some coupons and some more mats. And then this is our last one here, which is some steel, which is just pretty solid. So take care of these zombies here really quick, and we'll showcase everything that we pulled. Okay, we are complete. Let's jump in here. We certainly do want the steel plates. That's nice. 4 is like a pretty decent amount, I feel like. Normally, I don't feel like you see 4. We definitely want some coupons. I will take these and this. What else am I looking for here? We can go and throw some weapons down. I wouldn't mind the chopper wheel, the alcohol at all. And then I do want the turret parts and the skull crusher. So again, craziest base ever? No. but just solid. We got some heals, we got some food, we got some tickets. All of those things are really great. Happy to see them. Secure the steel and probably secure the yellow coupons. I don't think we had, yeah, nothing else there. Let's see what else we're picking up. I think this, I don't really need those, but I can come back for them. I do want all of these. I don't need any more hammers. That's an important crafting tool initially. I guess we could just see what this looks like here. You never have enough batteries. Not too worried about any of that. Too worried about that. Grab another good stack of batteries. Anything here we don't really need? Nope, it's all pretty good. It's all pretty good. We really could probably ditch the iron ore, but we'll just take it anyways, just to fill up the slot. And again, pretty good raid overall. Like, this is a raid I'm not disappointed in, and I'm not disappointed in using a C4 either. I could look to maybe bust this open, bust this open, bust this open. I do have... You know what? I do have some noise to play with here. Let's see what we got. Ooh. That's definitely interesting for me. Hold on, let me jump over here. That was a good kind of random open. Let's crack this too. Yeah, nothing there. I think yeah, that's turkeys for sure, and I'll take the iron ore. That was good. Definitely hit that. Is there another one of those? They got one of there. I don't see a second one. Active, at least. That was good. I'm really glad I did that. And when I do the research, I just mainly do the research to get into the base unless it's super intricate. So I guess we could also search this, huh? I don't know if there's anything in here. Nope. And we're at 99. This is full. Again, pretty solid little raid. We grab a shotgun as well. I'm happy with it. Pretty happy with it. All right, as we head back here, that's what I got for you. So really interesting. Get to see the corrupt boss, little mini boss as part of Port Lab hard mode. Pretty cool. Some extra things there. Take down the full hard mode there on Port Lab, which was really, really good. We got Forlorn Fair up and running. We're just continuing to grind. New season, new chance for some progress here. Excited about that. Got some other stuff coming up here. Again, we'll keep you up to date in terms of where we go, and hopefully we're finishing off and grabbing the fuel tank here for Forlorn Fair. Some other good events coming up, as you do well know. Pursuit of Luck, interesting, and shout out to Cross, posted this in the Discord. Looks like they upped this reward to 1250, and it looks like this is 2 now, so updated Pursuit of Luck. Oh, this is 2. Has it always been 2? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I'd have to go back and look. You have the chance for the broken slot machine. If anybody in the comments has the broken slot machine but does not have the Wheel of Chance, let me know if you got a chance at the Wheel of Chance. I do expect that that will come around as one of the rewards. However, not here yet, which is interesting, but 1250 is pretty cool. We'll see if they make any other changes to these sets of rewards. Dog Breeder on its way. Blackport PD, great chance to do some waves. Get some good season progress points if you care about that, but also just get lots of cards. The old cards are always nice to have, so keep you up to date. Some other fun stuff coming up here, main account wise, and other testing and some other fun stuff. And we'll keep try to get a raid streak up and running back to its glory. We had 4 skulls there for a while, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, enjoy Forlorn Fair. Thanks for checking this one out. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. I'll flash some socials. I talked about the Discord, links in the description. We got some other channels if you want to go check out other things that we do. We'd appreciate support and subscriptions on all of them. Trying to get to 10K here on this channel, so hit that, smash that subscribe button, and help us get there. Other than that, we'll see you back again for more Last Day on Earth and another episode of Free to Play coming real soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.